good thing they are being replaced by AI. To be honest, I don't feel bad. Thank you for the comment, and you have a point there actually. That's very reasonable remark. In fact, I have to admit that the replacement of translators with AI tools is understandable only with some caveats. Know what? Akitsugu Domoto here. Many companies are trying to use AI-powered translating tools, and I believe that this trend is not good for many people. I believe so. However, I understand that my saying that as a translator does not sound fair. I mean, many people may think that I say AI tools are poor at translation just because I want to secure my job. So, let me delve into this topic as fair and square as possible. First of all, how accurate machine translation is. It says that to be 90% accurate. So, using such a tool in a business scene is like using calculator which is 90% accurate. Can you trust that result? Of course not. Can you trust Excel which is only 90% accurate? In other words, they can make a mistake 1 out of 10. When you use such a tool, you have to be able to confirm that the result is accurate enough, right? In order to be convinced that the result is accurate enough, you have to be able to understand the source text anyway, without machine translation. You can read the text in the language by yourself. Therefore, you can confirm that the result made by a machine translation is accurate enough, if not perfect or if not best. Therefore, in my opinion, the user who can make the most of AI-powered machine translation is someone who can do without it. I mean, machine translation is something you can rely on not when you don't understand the source, but when you prefer quick and largely acceptable results to accuracy. We have to compromise the quality of the translation in that case. Using machine translation without this premise will do more harm to us than good. In other words, with this understanding, machine translation is greatly helpful. Of course, translators, can say the quality of machine translation is much worse than those of our translation. We can do much better things than machine translations. However, many people do not have access to understanding what translation is good or bad. Therefore, I believe that the translators should be trustworthy enough to tell that a bad translation is actually bad. When we say we have to be trustworthy, the work translator thing, about which I made a video, is critical. They undermine the authority or trust of translators by doing what they think is a good job. So, it is understandable that some people now want to replace translators with AI-powered tools because they are traitors. That's why the localizers involved in this case should be condemned. They compromised our trust as a whole. And the AI-powered tools have to learn from what we call big data, which are a collection of more raw data of people. The AI-powered machine translation cannot be 100% accurate before human beings. It is human translators that will be accurate first, if possible. And even if AI tools become capable of translating as accurately as translators, I believe that there will be some people who love translations made by humans. Then, I will offer my version of the translation to them. That is what I call a translation as a variation. Of course, it also depends on the market demand. Therefore, translators have to enlighten or let people know about the value we can offer. That's one of the reasons I'm doing YouTube channel in English and Japanese.